coming up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
The partner, you know, my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done at controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in the...
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. the extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. 20! And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Robbie Anderson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So obviously they will decline the penalty. The result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, and he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The Bengals had 10-6 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Metcalf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Open man is Anderson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Swift. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Swift again. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And the Bengals grab it. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Cameron Sample, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, he really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. On 2nd down, Metcalf. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd down now, Metcalf. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 73 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. The 20. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Swift is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll try again, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On third down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I feel like my man, old Burrow, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start with the option. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now Jackson, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. To throw again on second down. Jackson steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joseph Osai, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On third down, here comes Swift. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. Jackson fighting his tight end Andrews for the Ravens first down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Jackson, he finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 46 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all...
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper and 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
7 yards there and a 1st down. On the option to give to Swift here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, You're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Burrow will throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. To throw again on second down. Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Metcalf, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On second down, Metcalf, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Young. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. Back now in Baltimore. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he finds Howard complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Burrow going to throw again. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down. Metcalf, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle. He finds Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
To throw again on second down. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Burrow. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll run on 1st down. Wilcox. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 2nd down now, Metcalf, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DK Metcalf, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. McPherson now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense back out there. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete to Kohler. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Jackson. This is Anderson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. That is caught by Anderson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Open man is Anderson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a short gain here down to the 22. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Once again, it's Swift. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Taking it about the 1. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get